Number 5, which graph below shows that one of the runners started 10 yards further ahead of the other? Okay, so zooming in, looking at these graphs, runner 1 on graph A starts at 0, runner 2 is at 10. Okay, 10 yards further ahead. That sounds about right, but let's double check all of our answers just in case. Graph B, both runners start at 10. It can't be that one because we're looking for 10 yards further ahead. Graph C, runner 1 starts at 0, runner 2 is at 20. 20 minus 0, that's 20 yards ahead of runner 1. So we are again looking for that 10 yards. And graph D, both runners are starting at 0. That is not 10 yards ahead, which is why graph A is the correct answer choice. Number 6, match the descriptions below with the graphs. Be sure to explain your answers. Now, this one is a kind of tough one. You had to really think and really look at these graphs. And if you notice, these graphs are not in order. So, graph A is over here, C is right here, D is right here, B is right here. So, you had to really pay attention. Graph A matches description. So, let's look at graph A right here. Matches description 2. Here are our descriptions. The car is traveling at a constant speed. So we know if we have a steady line like this, it is at a constant speed. The distance remains constant. Graph B matches description. Well, let's look at graph B. Now let's look at our descriptions 2 and 4. The car is traveling at a constant speed. This line is very similar to graph A's line. It is at a constant speed, so that's correct. And 4, the car is coming back. So remember, 0 is home. All right, so we're starting up here and we are coming back home. Home is all across the board. So graph 2 and 4 because the distance increases. Graph C matches description. So let's pull up graph C right here. Matches description 1. The car has stopped. Okay, we know if it is this flat line, remember that heartbeat, if it goes beep, the heart has no motion. It is not pumping. Okay, so it has flatlined, it is at rest. So we know that graph C matches 1 because the car has stopped. And now graph D matches description. Let's look at graph D right here. Matches description 3. The speed of the car is decreasing. This is correct because the distance decreases from the starting point. So you can see right here, it starts to shoot up and then it begins to level off. Okay, eventually it will travel back down. The speed is decreasing. All right, now use the following paragraph and graph to answer questions 7 through 10. On Saturday, Ashley rode her bicycle to visit Maria. Maria's house is directly east of Ashley's. The graph shows how far Ashley was from her house after each minute of her trip. So you guys were given this graph, okay? This is a graph that is already labeled. This is only on mine, okay? Because I hold the answers. Unfortunately, you guys have to dig for them and really think, all right? So, number 7, Ashley rode at a constant speed for the first 4 minutes of her trip. What was her constant speed? Okay, so again, we have this constant speed. We have our time, 4 minutes. So, from 0 to 4, it's a constant speed. Now, we're looking for the speed. We have the time. We have the distance of 800 meters right here with that 4. What do you think we do? We pull out our STD triangle, right? Now we fill it in. So our distance is going to go on top of the triangle. Our time is going to go on the bottom. And if we remember, we will divide the distance from the time. So we plug in our calculator, 800 divided by 4. That gives us 200 meters per minute. Number 8, what was her average speed for the entire trip? Distance equals 1600. You can see our distance up here, 1600. We have our time of 10 minutes right here. We're looking for that speed. So once again, 1600, we have our distance divided by that time, 10 equals 160 meters per minute. You have to use these STD triangle, guys.